Hi again, Jen here. I'm gonna see if I can get all this out this time. So, we're gonna talk about what happened on January 11th, 4 days before my birthday. It was a holiday weekend, it was a Friday, I believe. So, we were right here in this kitchen. Things were tough. We were still having issues. I believe that I was set up to be in a bad predicament once in front of my son to make it look like I was something that I wasn't. And then I was alone for a few months with somebody, and I believe I was set up to do something that I did. I was baited and I took the bait. And I strayed on my husband, which I should not have done. I was wrong. I've since repented, confessed, told the truth, did what was right there. So he said he forgave me, but I endured extreme punishment. He told my sons. I endured the punishment in front of my sons. Fast forward to January. I kept finding these numbers in my husband's phone. My phone kept receiving updates because our Gmails were connected that he was at places he should not have been. He said he was not at those places, yet it was always correct about the other places that he was at, just not at the places he wasn't supposed to be at. There were numbers in his phone that I looked up of females. It was always females that supposedly were deliveries. One came up of somebody. Anyway, that I had asked him about that made him very angry that I had saved the information. He wanted the phone. It was a phone his mother paid for. I said, well, sure, you can have it, but wait a second, let me get that back so I can tell Sam not to bring the baby. I shouldn't babysit today under these conditions and circumstances with you being so irate and us arguing. Nobody should have to be here, let alone a child. I pushed the bathroom door, which I'm going to show you now. Excuse the condition. I've got to clean his bathroom yet. See if I can turn it around. I don't think it's going to let me switch. Hang on. I'll find a way to do this. Okay, so this is the bathroom door. It's a wooden door. Here's the bathroom. Mirror and stuff. It's a half bath. Shoot, can I turn this around? Sorry. I don't think it's gonna let me turn around. So anyway, he was standing here on this bathroom door. I had pushed it open. He said I pushed it hard into his back. I don't think that I did, because I knew he was angry. So I kind of tapped it, and I said, give me the phone. Let me get in touch with Samantha. And ironically, somebody was bumping me or messaging me to get a hold of Samantha. He wanted her number. And I had gotten his information because he rented houses and we were supposed to get me moving, which I wanted to move because of all the bad memories here. And, it was a man, and he says that's why he was angry, was because this man was messaging me, but he wanted the information off the phone. He'd already ruined one phone to delete this specific female's information. He had dropped the phone in a sink full of water. So actually, he was deleting that female's information. When I bumped his back, he was still turned around, and this mirror, he should have been able to see me. I mean, it's a very small bathroom. It's not even 10 by 10 feet, barely. It's 10 by 6 or something. And so this door here, you can see if God, I hate doing this because I'm right. This is exactly how I was. And see my head. So yeah, he was facing towards the mirror, and I was just like I am now, and this is what happened. So my head was like this, and he kicked the door in. He's about 180. Well, he's probably heavier than that, but I'm going to say 180, 5'11". I'm 5 foot. At the time, I was about 120. I had my glasses on. I say that's what saved my life. And here's the thing. He says it was an accident, right? He just wanted to shut the door and shut me out, like shut me up. My ear had to be, the back of my ear had to be stitched back on. So if it was an accident, and I wasn't thinking at the time I had a concussive syndrome. If it was an accident, I had to pull my head out of the door because it was being squeezed. My head was being popped, like I had to pull my head out, and my ear essentially was being pulled off, my left ear. It was being ripped off. My ear wouldn't have had to be sewn back on if it just popped, it would have popped and opened back up. I wouldn't have had to pull my head out if it was an accident. That is indicative of it being pushed on my head, which indicates also that it was not accidental. It means that he was still pushing the door shut. Not that he kicked it and it popped on my head. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So do me a favor, please, because I'm sorry for the shaking, because I may, put this under the playlist if my family comes looking for answers, because my sons, they think that this is all my fault. They think that I need to shut up with my BS. They don't understand how abuse works, that the mental and emotional and verbal and financial abuse has gone on for a very long time. They don't understand that this was not, a man shouldn't get that angry at a female, and if he does, he should walk away, or some such thing like that should not occur between a man and a female. Like, a man should not allow himself to lose control like that around his mate. He's supposed to cherish her and honor her, and that's just not supposed to happen. It's not. And my boys, they think that this is my fault. I had no care after this. Somebody called Children's Services on me a day after this happened. I had no bed rest. I had nobody came and made me chicken noodle soup. Both my parents are deceased. My aunt came and she said that I was being snippy and short with my kids. I was throwing words. I was using instead of fork, I said pen or something. Like, I wasn't in the right mindset. And when I came home from court and I was left alone, finally, is when I came and thought of these things with the door and such. Like, I didn't understand what had happened. I didn't get it. And I'm like a 41-year-old child in some ways. I've always seen the best in people. I didn't want to see. I didn't understand. Love is a verb. It's not just a word that you say. So comment below if you understand what I mean when I say that love is an action, not just a verb. And I love that man, and I know that he is damaged too. But my kids need to understand that when you're really sorry, you show remorse. You don't keep yelling at the person, and you don't keep telling them they're full of junk. This man, I know my husband, I've been with him for 23 years. I'm not going to lie and say that I trust him now, because I don't. Anyways, my time is up. I have to go. that's the end of that story time.